Hi guys. Hi, my name is Jen. I'm a part of the senior peer ed class, and this is my senior project. So we're gonna start with our focus group. So what grade are you guys in?
We're juniors.
So you're all juniors?
Yeah.
All right, so how often do you guys go to school?
Every day.
Yeah.
Weekday.
Every day?
I mean, I'll miss like one day once in a while, but not like consecutively.
Okay.
I love school.
Manu, how often do you go to school?
Pretty much like every weekday.
Okay. If you guys could choose to have a sub or a teacher every day, what would your choice be and why?
Like, wait, what do you mean a sub or a
Like
teacher?
if you could choose to have a sub or a teacher every day, which would you choose?
A teacher.
Yeah,
a teacher?
Yeah.
Why do you guys prefer a teacher?
Because when there's like a sub, it's just students just don't know how to act.
And with the teacher, they already went to college and they already
Yeah.
know what to do. And
They
help
like
you
specify in that subject, and like they know what like subs sometimes like they'll be like I don't know
sit down on
exactly
their buttocks and just
like or they won't know math problems.
Do you guys feel that a sub doesn't give you structure like a teacher gives you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, some teachers don't give structure either. So.
Okay, good point. How many subs have you guys had this year?
Ooh. I don't even know.
crazy. I'll say like a good like 50.
No, not even.
Okay,
Nah,
And that's
Well, I mean, like in
Overall, like a
overall,
period or like a specific period. Have you had a sub consistently?
for a week for Barbudos, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How like
Kind of. Well, it's not real. I'm in IWE for class,
Mhm.
and Miss Bowler has subs quite often.
Okay. How do you feel when you have a sub? Like you guys said, you feel like it's chaotic and
Well, I feel like when I have a sub, that like gives me opportunity to do all the missing work I haven't done.
Mhm.
So that's like I do all that and it helps me a lot.
yeah. Do you ever feel like the class just doesn't have any structure, doesn't have any reason to it? Like why do you come to school if you're gonna have a sub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that subs are equal to teachers?
No.
I mean,
In some ways, 'cause
yeah.
I
'cause
think some
yeah.
subs they went to college and they have like they probably did something like math or English.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like subs like kind of have a perk to them.
Mhm.
Like yeah.
And you still have to like respect them, of course, though.
Right. Do you ever feel a sub has more fun than it is a teacher? Or a replace of a teacher? Like they talk to the students more, they carry on just personal conversations more than a teacher would. Like a teacher gets straight to work, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel a sub would be more of a friend than a teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had a young and experienced teacher or a very old, like a wise teacher?
I had a very young teacher.
Yeah, I think so.
It was in 6th grade, a math teacher, because my math teacher at the time, I guess she left or like quit. So we had this new math teacher. She was fresh. She really didn't know what to do. So it was kind of difficult the rest of that year.
Which do you prefer, a teacher who's been teaching, say, 5-10 years, or a teacher that just got into teaching and is just fresh out of college?
I'll say a teacher that's been teaching for like more than 5 years because they know what they're doing and they could like mix it up and have more creative ideas to help the class out.
But like my freshman year, Miss Bowler was new, but I still like learned a lot from her.
Yeah. So she brought new ideas,
Yeah,
but
like, it was. But then again, she wasn't like fresh out of college. She was just new to like.
to Skyline.
Yeah.
How do you feel like a new teacher does with controlling the class and being able to maintain a class and get work together and like a structured plan for that day? Or is it kind of every day is a new day and it
I feel like
whatever
it,
happens?
I feel like it kind of varies because like for like Miss Bowler, she was a new teacher, but like she knew what like she could do like to get along with the kids. But then last year for my sophomore, I don't know if y'all had anybody have Barani?
Oh, I
Cal
did.
Canis.
Barani, right? He
It
did
was-
not know what to do.
It was
Yeah,
his
he
first.
really-
It's like certain teachers that are like new, like they knew, like they can adapt to the environment because like you know being in an Oakland school and teaching here is like
It's tough,
you know,
isn't it?
It's gonna be tough on your first days, but like once you get along and know how to like work your kids and it's cool. But,
Right.
like certain teachers just don't know what to do and they just like are stuck. So it kind of sucks to have a teacher like that.
Right. How do you guys feel a student can influence a teacher on whether they stay or leave? Do you feel like being in Oakland, if you're a bad class, a teacher's gonna leave if they're young and they don't understand, like, there's bad classes, but there's also good students that you strive to teach for?
Yeah.
So, like, if it's a rough class and you guys are just hard to handle, do you think you can make a teacher want to leave?
Yeah. Because
We make a teacher cry before.
I had a teacher last year. It was his first year teaching here, and like he just left.
Did he come back?
No.
Who?
Mr. Gordon. He was in, you know where Miss Rossman's class was? Yeah.
How do you guys feel when there's a teacher who's been teaching and they have a bad day? Do you think that they know, oh, it's a bad day, and they come back, versus a fresh teacher is like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to ever come back to this situation because I feel like it's going to happen every day? Do you guys feel like if you were to try for the teacher, just like they try for you when they first get here, that they would stay more? Instead of you guys having new teachers every year?
Yeah.
You guys ever notice that when teachers first get here, they try really hard and then they get burnt out really quick?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you have an impact on that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course, because
Students make a big difference.
not every class is the same. There's gonna be challenges in class where students do not like listen, or just act hard-headed, or like just want to talk to a friend and not do the work. There's a lot of challenges, and so they have to adapt. And sometimes that can be really difficult towards them.
Like,
Right.
for example, all AP teachers have actually been teaching here for probably like more than 5 years. The reason why is because their students are like students who actually care about being in class. I mean, like, I'm not even trying to brag, but like honestly, like if you look at the statistics, like AP teachers have been teaching here for a long time, and they know their students.
Do you guys
Like,
wish that students would want to learn more, want to come here to learn and not goof off and be distractions? So that it doesn't have to just be AP classes that have kids that want to learn?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, sometimes I can't lie, I be a bit distracted too.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be like, fun sometimes, but when there's always a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. Do you guys have any comments about subs that weren't asked, or any questions that you would want people to hear your concerns about?
I'll say to the school district, like, it's subs that are like more focused and not like ongoing towards us, not just sit down, take attendance, and get to work and just cut on going on phone and stuff. Have like more subs where they'll help you with your work, talk to you at the same time, and can also like control the class. Because some subs, they get run by the class, and that's like some teachers too, like Ronnie, for example, they get run.
I mean, not only that, but like lately, like how like a lot of teachers been like either like quitting and then they throwing the subs so that we got to get a P for that class.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, and like being a junior, you really got to make up credits. It also stresses you out more because you have to retake that class your senior year.
Right.
So I mean, like, cause like for Mr. Hard, he broke his hip or whatever, so now he's out and they're giving us a sub for the next 3 marking periods, and we're gonna just either get a P or like not even get a grade, and it kind of sucks because like a lot of us actually need that class in order to pass. So like, I mean, like for the district, like that kind of happens a lot. Like a lot of teachers either quit or like they just get fired off the back and they just give them subs, and like the students have to stick with the sub, and they can't really do anything because the sub has no agenda to teach us, and then we have nothing to learn from the sub. So
How do you feel when a teacher gets fired and you get replaced with a sub? Have you guys experienced that?
Well, I kind of.
Yeah, I didn't. What I experienced this year was Miss Webb. She was my AP US history teacher, and then she got promoted to like assistant principal.
Yeah, like.
And then we had no teacher for heck long, and then like we're in an AP class, like it's really hard to like make up. So that was just difficult, and now we're like really behind, and the AP test is coming up.
Do you feel like you're prepared for that test?
Like we have Johnson now, but it's like, even then he doesn't. I mean, but yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of the situation of the debate teacher and how he quit? How do you feel how do you think the other students feel? Like, how do you feel for them in the situation they're going through? And if you were in their shoes, how would you feel?
Well, I feel pretty mad because I've known a lot of people that are in debate, and they tell me good stuff about him, and to see that he's not teaching no more, and he can't even teach in OUSD district anymore, that's kind of hard because he made a very good, big impact on their lives and helped them a lot to
Yeah.
be where they are. Like, for example, Christine, she's doing an amazing job. And
She's gonna go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that now Christine looks at the situation and understands that he was standing up for them, but what had happened was out of hand, and now that he's gone, it really impacts them?
Yeah.
Because they don't have a debate teacher right now, right? They have a sub, and they still have debate tournaments. So, like, do you feel they feel, like, abandoned in a situation because now they don't have somebody to fill that shoe, or...
Probably they do, but they probably know it's not his fault because he did everything he could.
You're right.
So not so much abandonment, just like, you know, why it happened.
Disappointed,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. So they have a sub, but for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm.
When a teacher is out a lot, do you feel like it's the same kind of mutual feeling that you have a sub because your teacher is gone, or
Well,
you just
I think
have
it
that sub?
depends.
not exactly, because like with a sub, with a teacher leaving, you know that they're coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the debate teacher, they're not coming back.
Right. So do you have a different feeling towards that sub where it's like, you know, like with Mr. Hard, the sub, do you feel that you have to build a relationship with that sub to get anywhere versus a sub that's just here for the day?
No, I mean, yeah, you do got to build, but I mean, even building it still wouldn't change anything because
They can't do much.
they can't really do much. And like he was telling us that like Ms. Webb and them were like even saying like they're gonna have to give us a panel and like we're gonna have to do like some fat essay for our finals and do nothing in class. But like Mr. Hart already had our agenda, and before we went on to spring break, he was here and he told us we were working on a research project, and when we got back, we were supposed to turn it in, and that's where they told us that we're supposed to have a sub for the rest of the year.
Right.
So mind you, like everything that we were like focused on for our English class and like all of our finals that we were all getting ready for, it's all going down the drain, and now we have to either get a P to pass or like do some freaking retarded essay that we don't even know what we're gonna do it on.
Right.
And like it kind of makes everybody mad because half of the people that are in there are there to make up that class.
Right.
So getting a P or not even passing that class just wasted their time.
Right.
So I mean, like honestly, like with that, like I feel like we do have to build a relationship, but then again, that relationship is gonna go to waste because there's nothing that they can do.
Right. Do you feel that you treat a sub for long term as you would treat a teacher, or is there still a sub?
There's, well, like certain people they can treat them differently, but like when people hear a sub, it's just like, oh, then that's just a class to go goof on. Like,
Yeah.
Even now, like my 7th period, half the kids that are even supposed to be in there be in the library because the kids that are in there aren't even supposed to be in there.
Right.
So like the kids who actually are trying to do something or like finish up our books, we sit in the library. But all the kids that are in there don't even belong in that class.
Right.
So we don't even go there anymore.
Well, I want to just say thank you guys for taking the time to do this focus group, and I hope you got most of your opinions out there, and maybe we'll have some changes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.